Promiscuous boy, you're running the same. Break it down, Court. Break it down. Out there, no one to hear my prayer. The bolt of lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo.
So what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Moon Piece Podcast, where we give you guys a piece of what's on our mind on all things anime, manga, and all things in between. I'm here with my co-host, Danny.
Hey!
Kimmy.
What's good?
And an illustrious, famous guest, Kumar Sutra, Mike.
Hey! Thank you for being here.
So thank you for having me. Illustrious is it's a heavy word.
Yeah. I'm just going to be upfront. We tried to record the first time, and we are re-recording again because we did not press the record button.
Take two.
So, making sure we good. I'm looking to the side. So this is take two. So besides all that, what are you guys watching? What you been up to? What's going on? What?
JJK's killing it right now.
This is... All right, listen. This is not us making fun of JJK. It's just that we just did this whole thing, and I feel like I kind of got a little heated when I said that. When we just spoke about it before. I don't know where I'm going to find that bigger again. But I'll let y'all say y'all piece about JJK.
Why don't we go back to our guests? That's where we left off. We could talk about him.
And we'll reverse.
We'll reverse it.
We'll reverse
Flip
engineer
it and
Okay.
reverse it.
Okay.
Let's get into Mike. Mike, what's your anime backstory? Who are you? What do you do? Because you do too much.
Who is you?
I do Who am I? That's a very I hadn't even thought about that to myself. Who am I?
What are you doing?
life.
How did you start?
Because you do so much, bro. Like you model in my head. You model. You make content. You cosplay. You play fighting games. You're actually good at fighting games because I'm mid. So I feel like you do so much. Bro.
I guess I'll give you my life story. Fighting games is actually how I got into anime. So I grew
Really?
up. I grew up in the Bronx, and
Woo-woo!
my mom's side is very young. So my uncle, who is the youngest sibling of my mom's side, is only 3 years older than me. So and growing up in the Bronx, thankfully, like I'm so happy about this. I literally grew up right next to an arcade. So he would take me to the arcade all the time. We play fighting games, and a lot of fighting games are like the art style of the anime, like King of Fighter, Street Fighter, all that. So seeing the art style, I'd be like, oh, these guys are cool. They're saying cool stuff. They're doing cool moves. The art is really cool. You throw on the TV. I don't know what time, maybe Ninja Scroll was on or something. And I'm like, oh, I'm making the connection. Like this looks like that. So,
Are those the same people?
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Like so, lo and behold, that's how I got into anime and all that, and fighting games and blah blah blah. But in terms of content creation, fast forward, I don't know, 25 years or later or whatever. I used to work for WWE for the past 4 years, and I was, professional wrestling is a machine. There's no off season. Those guys go 24/7.
Wild.
So I was putting a lot of time into working there at the studio from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. editing videos, stuff like that. So my girlfriend, who I'm dating currently, when I met her in 2020. She was like, the amount of time you're putting into this job, which is great. Like, you're learning a lot. Like, you're making these connections. You're enhancing your skill. You're sharpening the tool set. She's like, the amount of time you're putting there, like, if you focus on yourself, what do you think you could make out of it? And that was kind of like the spark in my head to be like, that's a really good question. Like, what could come out of this? So she put the battery in my backpack to be like, all right, let's go for this. Because
Ponte las pilas.
thankfully for her, and shout out to people who can do this, like, she was...
Ponte las pilas. It means put your batteries on and
Nut up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nut up.
Yeah. I never heard that.
I've heard that. That's a cool saying.
Yeah.
She was like, listen, if you quit, I got you. I got us. Like, I can cover us. So I was like, wow, that's a really big like,
right?
I need that.
Shout out to
I need that in my life.
So I quit like a year and a half ago and was just like, okay, now what? Because I'm going to be real with you guys. TikTok, I'm from the era where like Vine was my thing. I was like, oh,
yeah,
TikTok.
Vine is the golden
That's what I'm
era
saying.
of content.
So when I was
a potato flew around. Come on, bro. You can't recreate that.
A hoe never gets cold.
So when we first started dating, she was telling me all about TikTok. Like, TikTok is for the kids. Like, it'll never be mine. Blah blah blah. But she started posting on there, and she started gaining like traction. I was like, and it was about anime. Like, she's like people are making like things about their niches and their fandoms. And I was like, it sounds dumb. And then she made something, and it kind of like, I don't want to say blow up, but like she got like a lot of like engagement and views. I was like, oh, you're onto something.
She's like,
you got me there.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like, let me cook.
So yeah, exactly. So when I initially quit, well, while I was working with WWE, I was still like, I'd come home from work, and if I had like an idea or I saw something on TikTok, because she eventually got me onto TikTok, I was like, all right, let me make some like dumb anime videos or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would see like the process of like, okay, I see what this can lead to, the potential there. So when I quit WWE, I've been just making dumb videos by myself and with her help, thankfully. And it's kind of snowballed into me doing other things like getting into cosplay, which I know you've done for a long time in your life. And I respect cosplayers. Like my little thing right now is dressing up in a spandex as Spider-Man India because of shout out to the Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah.
And doing something as simple as that and like posting about yourself, and like I'm at the age now where like I'll be real, I'll say it out loud. I'm 31 years old, guy. I don't care what people say or have anything to say to me or think about. Like I'm gonna do things. If I find something that's dumb and I laugh at it, that's all I care about. So I'm a post and do it, and it's cool seeing like who can resonate with it or who's just like I respect you for like just putting yourself out there, and that's what this is all about, really.
Yes.
Yeah, because I had a kind of a similar realization once I was hitting 30, because like I was. Not, it's hard to call it a midlife crisis, but
30, flirty, and thriving, guys.
30 is young. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes.
I'm young as fuck. Okay?
Yes.
I just started. I literally just started living. But no, stop
Corey,
it, Corey.
I'm gonna fight you.
You're young, bro. You just started.
my back. I don't know, man.
We're still young.
Not drinking the same way. My metabolism isn't the same.
Okay, I get that. I get that. Those aspects.
You ain't. Your body is not.
We still young.
But in terms of like what you're doing with your life,
I have more
right?
acceptance and for who I am and just wanting to do what I want to do and comfortability, and that's what also led me to start like making my YouTube channel and creating content and XYZ. I'm just like, what else am I gonna do? And I plan on dying at 60 anyway, so I was just like, fuck it, I might as well just make
60
it.
so
You're not
young,
going
bro.
at 60.
Selling
bro.
yourself short.
Outta here, 60.
So you keep saying that you're gonna live to 120. Watch.
Right?
I'm tight.
You be
I'm
tight?
tight.
Watch
He
me be the
is, he
strongest, most healthy 120-year-old
Right?
ever.
I don't know what anime character you think I am. I am.
He is.
Not.
He's gonna be
You're-
chugging along.
You're that Hunter sensei. I forgot his name.
Let's go.
I don't know how.
Hopefully
old
not Hisoka.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Hisoka.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, we already made the joke about Kakashi being a pedophile, sticking his finger up kids'
Oh,
butts.
yeah. Well, that was the
Let's
first
not
cut.
go
Nah,
there.
Kakashi's not pedophile. Let's clarify.
Kakashi did stick his finger up a 12-year-old's butt.
Yikes.
We're gonna
1,000 years of death.
So
It's a joke.
Just say it.
But to go off what you just said, you're, however, I don't know
32.
exactly, 32. But what my girlfriend also said in terms of like when it came to quitting and pursuing whatever the heck I wanted to do in this life is just like you're only getting older, right? So you don't want to be 60 and be like, damn, I wish I did that,
Yeah.
or I wish like, what happened if I did like the what ifs, right? As you get older, like you don't want to be on your deathbed being
100%.
like, I should have made stupid anime video. You know what I mean? Like,
Should have, yeah.
So,
And that was my thought. At first, I had the fear of like feeling like I was too old to do it, but I was like, I don't even care
Fuck it.
anymore.
Fuck it.
As long as I don't say nothing crazy that's like rude and that's not who I am, that's not who I'm made of, that would say something so outrageous on a platform that people would be like, get him out of here. But like, I never really had that worry. It was just more like being scared to just put myself out there. So once, after like the first couple months, you're like, whatever.
Right.
If Pinky Doll can be out there, anybody can be out there.
And I've also gotten more disrespect working at Target than any comic section can ever give me. Like the things that I've gotten in work emails and all type of stuff like that, and those people know me,
Right.
Yeah.
and they disrespect me. So a stranger in the comments telling me, like the one time somebody comment, I'm not listening to somebody with one little earring and one big hoop earring.
Yo.
I was like,
Killed me.
but I had on your earring.
Yeah,
one
we
episode.
switched
I was
earrings
I
one
was
day,
that,
like one
does
and
not
one.
faze me.
Mind you, that person that commented is probably 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another thing that I've also learned about consecration and stuff. Like the comments and stuff, like as hurtful or like, you know, as mean as the internet can be, you're never gonna see these people in real life.
Ever.
And also, these people will never show you the same energy in real life.
Oh, no.
Period.
And if they do, like, you're getting smacked. Like, you can't just talk to me like that.
I don't think
can't.
you should be allowed to leave hate comments if you can't fight.
Facts. Facts.
There should be some type of like documentation or some type of prerequisite.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
can you fight before
Can you throw hands though?
Like, Can
Drop
you
the
take
location.
a punch?
We're there.
Like, I don't know, maybe. But in regards to fighting game stuff, what do you think is like one of the top fighting games?
For me,
Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
oh well. First of all, we gotta
Tenkaichi 3 is better.
clarify if those genres of fighting games are fighting games.
Oh, we saw the quotation.
Yeah.
He was like,
Oh.
he was like, that's fake.
I'm not saying
He's
because
right.
technically they are, but like the 3D arena, like
What do you mean?
Naruto
Circular-
Ninja Storm.
yeah, the
kinda
Naruto, like the
games.
Naruto Ninja Storm,
Ninja Storm is
games.
totally like, you don't need any brain cells to be good at that game. There is people who was nice. I'm not saying, but like, I beat my cousin once looking the other direction.
Ooh. Just butt mashing like hell.
Like, nah, I knew what I was doing.
No.
oh.
No, because like it's so triangle X, triangle square. Like you just,
It's the same
I just
thing.
knew what to do. So I just turned around and he lost. That's embarrassing for him.
Eh?
But I think it's more of a testament to being like the game is pretty simple if you spam. But
right.
I guess we wouldn't put the arena anime fighting games up there. So
What
But
were you
that was a
think?
big part of my childhood. Those Dragon
Yeah,
Ball games
yeah.
for sure. But in terms of like when I think of peak fighting games, I think Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is like everyone's seen that Evo 37 moment of Ken like
So-
parrying all the Chun-Li kicks and then doing
Street
the
Fighter
super.
Third Strike is so good.
And the arts, I think it's as good as it is, or aside from the gameplay, just the art style is incredible. Like that's like legit. You're literally playing an anime. Like you know what I mean? That's what I feel it is. For me personally, I'm really big into Mortal Kombat. That's like what I grew up with. And
I could never get good at that
it's
game.
the one game that I actually went out of my way as an adult, be like, you know what, I want to sit down and actually learn
Play
how to
it,
play
yeah.
a fighting game. Because as kids, you're just like button mashing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But as you get older, you're just like, you can't just do that and win. Like,
Yeah.
I
you're
can't
supposed to
do
win
a
to compete.
fatality to save my life. Like the fatality system just blows my mind that y'all can memorize like down, left, right, X, 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 whatever.
I mean, I think they've gotten simpler as the games have
Oh,
gone
I
on.
haven't
okay.
played Mortal Kombat since maybe. Do I want to count that DC game?
Injustice?
I mean,
Mortal
it's,
Kombat.
it counts. I mean, they made
Similar.
the game, so
Right, so like because they have fatalities.
They did.
in that, right? Yeah, that's the last one I played,
Right.
and even then I still couldn't do that.
I'm big into Mortal Kombat now because the new one came out like last month or whatever, 2 months
Yeah.
ago. The other ones are like Guilty Gear Strive, like Dragon Ball Fighters, like the anime. I got more into anime fighting games after sitting down with Mortal Kombat X was the first game I wanted to like learn a fighting game.
Okay.
But yeah, like I think I just love. It's cool to play these games online, but like actually going to tournaments, like competing online, meeting new people. It's like no different than going to an anime convention. Like actually
Yeah.
meeting these people that you kind of see online, or like
Finally.
you know what I mean. So as much as it's like, oh, you're there to compete, like you're also there to chop it up with people and be like,
Yeah.
yo, this like, and learn too, like, because you know, if let's say this one person's playing a character that you are so bad against, they can kind of like, if they're not a dick,
Yeah.
you know, they can kind of teach you like, all right, this is like,
Yeah.
you know,
Gotta do it this way.
Yeah, exactly. But it's no different than like going to an anime convention and being like going to like talking to your favorite cosplayer and being like, oh, like how you made this cosplay is amazing, and then they'll probably tell you the process or something, right?
Yeah. If they're not a dick.
there you go.
I feel like that's the answer if they're not a dick.
Bro, I used to have friends that would like purposely gatekeep certain things.
That's crazy.
Like, oh, where did you get your fabric? Yeah, I swear to God. Like, oh, where did you get your fabric? Oh, I got it from like the store. Okay, but like where? How did you do this? And they'd be like, I don't know. We did it this way, and they was completely wrong.
I've never understand gatekeeping of anything.
It's-
Like people gatekeep food sometimes. And
It's
ridiculous to me.
wild.
Food?
Yo, where'd you get that from? I'm like, nah, bro, it's my spot. I'm not putting you on. Nowadays, I get
On
it
TikTok, I get it. In real
'cause-
life, that's crazy.
because you don't want Keith Lee to find your spot because it's over. It's over. You'll never get there again. That
Listen.
fucking stupid ass pizza spot cuts and slices
right.
in Bed Stuy. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about with the
yeah.
oxtail pizza.
Yeah.
That pizza is mediocre as hell. Sorry, guys. Not trying to ruin your
Ooh.
business. Oxtail don't belong on pizza, but
That's crazy. I never
But-
heard of that.
oxtail
Tail
on
on
pizza?
pizza? Yeah.
I've heard of it, never had it.
Yeah, I've
Never
never had
I've
it.
never had it.
It's-
Wild.
it's not. It's just too much.
Mm-mm.
Like oxtail is just
It's a meal in itself.
yeah.
like eating
So
oxtail,
imagine
yeah, I
throwing
get
that
it.
on pizza, like a
Crazy.
soggy ass pizza.
You gotta do it creatively. I feel like they literally just go, all right, here's the pizza. Let's just throw some oxtail on there.
yeah, or at least
Don't
be a
even
little
like-
more like
Finesse.
a finesse, yeah, tactician about it. Like put it,
Something.
but this just like slopped on the pizza, and I'm like, I had it once, and I was like, I'm good, I'm good. So I get why some people gatekeep some things, but like gatekeeping
But
like, ideas,
cosplays?
like you think
Crazy.
you're gonna run out of styrofoam, my guy? Like,
Oh, they want to be the best cosplayer out there, so they want to do that, So,
so
but
do
some
you think
people can
anybody who's like a casual fighting game player can fuck with you?
It depends. It depends. Like, oh, you mean like casuals and like just jumping on the game?
Like
Like
I
me, I never
consider myself a
played.
casual fighting gameplay. Like I can hop on, but like I ain't like that dude. I play Smash.
What dude?
I play Smash with items.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the, he judging me.
He's like, ah.
No, I'm not a Smash player.
Oh,
But I understand. I understand the stigma of like people who when you play competitively Smash, obviously they turn up the items. Whereas
items all day, man.
It's a party game, right?
It's a
so you want to have
party
fun,
I'm trying to
right?
hit you with a fucking Pokeball.
Oh,
Yes.
Right in the
hammer?
fucking head. Yeah, hit you with the hammer.
I'm gonna
I'm trying
fight
to hit
you.
you with the fan. Like,
Yo, I'll be
Yeah.
spamming the shit out of Pikachu. They
Yo.
hate me.
going hard, son. So you
Yeah.
think anybody can fuck with you that's not?
If they're casual,
Competitive?
no, because then like.
He's being honest.
No, it's because
No.
because if I'm playing against someone that I know doesn't play fighting games, I know there are things that they don't know not to do.
Well,
that
they play fighting games, but like maybe not try to be competitive in the space.
Nah, still not. Because then there's still mind games and things of that. Like, for example, let's say you knock somebody down, right, and you're getting up. They're probably going to mash immediately. But if I throw out an attack while you're getting up, your attack won't come out, and I'll just hit you because you're not blocking. So
Okay.
I could just do that all day. And
Bro,
then,
the fact that you even broke it down that way.
I mean, no, it's just that's like the levels.
You
to
thinking like an anime character?
There you go.
He had a whole entire inner monologue. Do you have inner monologues while you playing
That's
against
crazy.
people?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, I mean, you gotta
think about
You
it.
gotta think about it, right? You gotta like be on the fly. That's like the.
Oh no, I'm down to 5 health. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
But it's that, but like on like 1,000 speed. If you're like a god at fighting
Gojo
games.
level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I'm not there yet because clearly I'm not winning these like a lot of
Yeah.
tournaments. But like, that's like the joy almost. That's
Okay.
like that's like half the fun in playing fighting games. To me, is
Uh-huh.
just like the chess game of like, okay,
Yeah.
how do
Okay.
I solve this guy that's playing like this way or this person? Because everyone plays differently, right?
Yeah.
So
All right,
That's
well,
why I like
for
fighting games.
Danny, we're as a different note. We're trying to get him to come to some conventions. We're trying to drag him
Crowd.
out.
I don't like crowds.
What?
Anime NYC
Crowds.
just happened. And
I was gonna say, what are your favorite conventions?
well, being a New York, born and bred native, I think Anime NYC has gotten better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like for this example, this past one felt the most tame in a good way because there was a lot of space we could walk around.
Thank God.
I didn't feel so overwhelmed. The lines weren't crazy long at
Oh
all.
my God,
surprisingly. I recently went to Anime Expo for the first time this past summer in LA, and that's like a massive one.
Yeah,
And
that's a
I
big
wanted
one.
to go to MX was so bad.
I felt a little overwhelmed day one. I was like, "This is
Really?
a lot," but it was awesome. Like it was
Okay.
like if you're looking
Where
for
is
like,
Anime Expo? Like
Los
it's-
Angeles.
Okay,
Ah.
because I'm thinking
Like
in my
San
head,
Diego
in my head I'm
Comic
thinking,
Con.
no, that's
I've never been to a Comic Con in general. Never been to New York. Never been to San Diego.
You never went to New York Comic Con
Yeah, crazy, right?
because I've been
Oh.
around San Diego Comic Con because I was in that area
at the
for a
time.
wedding. Why was I over there actually? Yeah, a wedding. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I was in San Diego for a wedding at the same time as Comic Con,
So you
so
saw
I couldn't go to Comic Con,
Mm.
but I saw where the convention. I know where the convention
Yeah,
center
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Like, they only got one strip in San Diego anyway to
Oh.
Gaslamp or whatever to go drink and all that. So
And,
it's a lot.
And the only other one I can think of off the top of my head, which is like I had like a kind of like a really dope experience at because I just got to just see the spectacle of it, is Katsucon in
Let's
in
go.
DC?
DC.
I'm trying to convince him to go.
I mean, there are more cosplayers than casual attendees there. Like, if you want to see like the craziest, dopest cosplayers and like amazing
be
cosplay,
there.
Katsucon's the place to go because everyone's just there like ready to show out in like
Yep.
their immaculate cosplay.
So Danny can't wear that.
Danny
You
can wear
could.
that and enjoy the
You
con and be
could.
like and take pictures with like some of the dopest.
Put a mask
cosplay.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you call it a day.
I'll get the fabrics and
There you
Get the
go.
fabrics. Nah, we get.
But if you're East Coast, like definitely, I think like especially being in New York, I think Anime NYC is a great one for you to just be like, yo, this is like the city's
yeah.
con to be at, right
this
here.
time it's in August in 2024, right?
Yeah,
So
how are
the
you guys
dates?
feeling about that?
Well, tickets going on sale in December.
Do they really?
I think they just made an announcement today. I think they said that the ones that are going on December is like for people who really want it early, but I think they want the general sale to be in January.
Yeah.
Just to give
Okay.
people some
But that is
time.
too much of a fast turnaround. I just
No.
spent
Yeah.
mad money. Well, not me,
Plus
but
Christmas.
like if I'm an average person, you just spent money.
Me.
It's what is it? November, fucking 22nd.
It's
right
almost
now.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Like by then, I mean, this episode will come out later on. But like at that point, it's like, bro, I can't buy no tickets.
I think a lot of people are excited that it's going to be in the summer because
Yes.
the close turnaround to Thanksgiving and like
Mhm.
especially people getting sick this time of year and like not being able to be with their families because
And it won't be cold.
Exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't
God.
cold though.
You! You're not in
Surprisingly,
skimpy outfits.
It wasn't cold
Friday,
on Friday.
Friday was beautiful.
For
I
the
will
first
say that.
time,
Yeah,
for the first
yeah.
time in like 5 years, okay? First time in 5 years.
Yeah.
No.
But
Global warming has not made that true.
It's been so cold.
It's been brick the past 3 years.
Y'all
You
ain't
weren't
NYC.
out there in Mirko 2 years ago at LineCon, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Bad.
you know, like maybe a miracle needs to wear jeans.
I wore sweatpants and I was dying.
Unless you're bad, bro.
We weren't expecting to be out there in the cold for 3 hours.
I'm not a fan of the August switch.
He wears like 3 layers anywhere he goes. Okay, guys, so don't listen to him.
Why
Okay,
don't you like the August?
You got me on that one because I did wear 3 layers there, and I wore 3 layers today.
And he's wearing 3 layers right now.
Well, like, fine, you win right there. But to be fair, most cosplayers have layers, I think. And
Depending on their cosplays.
True.
if I'm not showing ass, I'm gonna have layers, I think. So if it's August and New York August, come on, son. Let's not act like New York August is some cakewalk where you're
I'll
not
take
gonna
it.
be dying of sweat.
There's
possibly.
AC in there.
You still gonna be outside. It's gonna be bigger. They have the whole venue this time. It's not gonna be just
Thank
inside,
God.
and you still have to get there. Like,
It's a good time. I'm happy for it.
I am curious to see. My thought process is that a lot of the East Coast people are going to go to Anime NYC, and a lot of West people are going to go to Anime Expo come August or whatever. Because I don't know if people
they're at the same time, right?
I think Anime Expo is the weekend of 4th of July.
Okay.
But still, that's still like the next month you got another huge con.
See,
like,
but
you
it
gotta
also
think of your
cuts into
finances.
2. It cuts into Dragon Con and Blurred Con, from what I've heard, and it's right around the corner from Colossal Con. So it's like a lot of people are.
And DreamCon is also
In
What
July.
is Dream Con?
RDC
RDC
World's con.
You don't know RDC
When-
World?
No, when is it?
Supreme Dreams, Mark Phillips,
Who's
Like a
that?
big-
the dudes,
YouTube,
the dudes who
group.
make.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Calm down, Jamal.
Yeah.
Those guys.
You know what I'm
That's
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, calm down,
Texas.
Jamal. Don't pull up the 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys. Like, they had their own. They created their own con.
Oh yeah.
I actually went to that one this
And-
past summer as well.
Yeah,
It was-
peeped,
it
and I was
a lot
like
of
jealous.
fun.
I was like, "Yo, how was that?" Because I wanted to go because my boy Nelson, shout out Nelson, the dude who do Broadcast Boys.
Mm.
They work for House of Highlights, so they do collaborations with them because they have a tight relationship. They built like a whole basketball court for them
Okay.
at the thing, and they had like some type of shit.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, that was fun.
So like he hosted that for them. I'm like, I would love to go to that because that's like a group of guys, especially a group of black guys who put together a con themselves.
One brown guy in there too. Shout out to.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
shout out
good.
to fuck. What
I
is
think his name's Dylan, right?
Dylan? Yeah, fucking Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan is actually fucking.
He's a real
hilarious,
instigator.
bro.
That's why I like
Yeah,
him.
he love fucking around. But like watching like creators like
Come out.
we're not. I mean, I don't consider us big whatsoever, right? But
Hey, y'all going
We're
up.
getting
Y'all
there.
going
We're
up.
getting there.
we have a meet like we're close to 500
Let's
followers
go.
somewhere, but
Y'all
like
just
you know
started,
what
too.
we just started. We 6 months in at the time of this recording, but like watching somebody younger than us, go from just creating just these random skits that was posted by the Daquan
RDC
page
is
on
younger than
Instagram.
us?
Are they?
Yeah,
Yo,
How
they've been
old are
doing
they?
it for a minute.
they're wee lads, bro.
How
No,
old?
they gotta be our age, bro. They're like
Yeah.
29, that's
Yeah.
They're probably in
That's
their.
not
The
mine.
young, at the
Mark?
youngest, they're mid-
Bro, you
28,
right there.
29?
How old do you think Mark? Mark is probably
Mark's
like 27.
You think Mark's
27.
27?
Man, I'm a
Alright.
Mark Phillips.
Mark Phillips.
And what I was saying is, I would love to go to that just to show support because that is a
Yeah,
homegrown.
absolutely.
That's a con that's not put on by a bigger company. That's a con that's put on
Absolutely.
by the people.
Mhm.
Yeah, it may have some issues from what I hear and things like that, like in regards to organization.
But
But,
that's-
it's a learning, growing experience.
Exactly.
Like 3 years in,
Yeah.
and it's getting bigger.
He's 29.
See, he's my age.
Not my age, so he's younger than me. Sorry,
Bueno,
guys.
okay.
Sorry, guys. My bad. But I would love to go to that. But I think that's also in August as well. So it's about to be a tight race
Okay.
between all these cons.
Yeah.
Danny, would you go to Anime NYC if it was in
Yeah.
August?
Yeah, I why not? I'm not gonna be dressed up. I mean, if I'm gonna be
Nah, you
dressed
gotta
up,
dress
it ain't
up.
gonna be in layers.
You gotta dress up.
Right.
You gotta
I'll wear a
dress up.
mask.
A mask.
In the
You can't-
summer heat?
It'll be like a frontal mask. It's not gonna be like a head covering
I
mask.
think you should just go with your bleached cosplay. Go with Chad.
Bleach. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you're thinking
I
about
just need, like, a
cosplaying
button
Chad.
mask.
That's right.
If I were to do somebody, it'd probably be Chad.
Mm.
All I need is a button down. I need some kind
Get
of
somebody
decor
to
for
make
the
you the arm
arms.
thing.
Yeah, and
You be
that's
alright.
it. Y'all get the fabrics.
We got like
Get
we
the
got like-
fabrics.
What was it? We got like 9 months. We got
Or you could just wear like whatever like filler episode outfit he had on, and just
There you
call
go.
it a day.
Probably a suit. One
Yeah.
time he wore a
That's
suit.
Nice.
what I'm
You
saying.
have to like kind of like do your hair so it's like bangs.
Get some
There we
man
go,
bangs.
I'd
some
love to get some
bangs.
bangs. Is he allowed to have bangs?
Let's go.
Let's
So
go.
yeah, you just get some bangs, you'll be good.
All right.
But how'd you feel about Anime NYC anyway? Like
I was gonna say, yeah. I thought it was a good time. I was super happy, like he said, that you could actually walk there. The last couple of years has been really crowded despite like COVID stuff. So thank God I was like, I can walk. That's great. I made my cosplay, which was Scanty from Panty and Stocking in 2 days, guys. So my friend was like, hey, 2 weeks ahead ago. What if we went as Scanty and E-Socks for the Panty and Stocking panel? And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. And then I was like, wait, I'm broke. I can't do this. And she was like, we'll do it on a budget. And we're like, cool.
Do it on a budget.
And then we ordered stuff. And
all?
then, literally. And then we ordered stuff. And we're like, all right, cool. And I still ended up, between all the materials and everything, I still ended up spending like $120. So.
See, but you, with a $120 budget, was able to put your vision to life. Coming like
Touche.
a real cosplayer.
Yeah.
I'm not a real cosplayer. Like
Don't
I said,
say that, he's a liar.
I just throw on a Spidey spandex suit.
You don't have to
all
make
day.
everything to be a cosplayer.
And again, I think that's what's so dope, like we were saying before about cosplayers, like it doesn't
Alpha
matter
cosplayer.
how you go about it, if you're there and people are seeing that you're a character or trying to, bring out a character that you like, that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I think that's so fun. And I
I
think
just
that's why
be there looking at everybody else stuff like I am fighting for my life to like keep up with some of y'all, and y'all are just too good, bro. I mean, the only thing that I think was impressive with my crocodile thing is that
your crocodile looked good,
It
though.
looked so
legit.
good.
It looked real good.
And
Don't front.
Ascot,
Everything.
in my head,
Popping.
I'm like, this shit is mid as fuck.
No,
I
you look
got,
so.
I got on
Listen,
a polo button down.
I saw at least 4 or 5 other Crocs, and yours was probably the best.
Thank you. I can't blush because I'm black, but I am thankful for the compliments. But like those other crocodile, you know what it is? I'm looking at like their furs and all that stuff. Like I'm like, ooh, that fur looking elite. My shit is very just an Amazon coat that I threw over my shoulders.
If it works, it works.
If it works,
If
it
it works, it
works.
works.
It's a good time though. Like I told you, I was like, I'm not built like you. My feet was hurting after one day. I think I
And
I'm
he
tapping
wasn't
out
in
at
heels,
one.
guys.
I was in Doc Martens that weren't broken in. That's the same thing as heels. Close.
I don't know. I was in
those
heels.
Not the
I was in my dick stompers, as my friends like to call
Dios
them, guys.
mío.
So it was a lot. They were actually a lot more comfortable because I could actually last in the whole con. I brought backup shoes, but I was like, I'm lasting. I'm gonna do my best.
You bought some chocolates?
I did. I bought flats,
Not
the
the
foldable flats.
Oh, you need
so.
those. You need those. At least it wasn't the Chinese slippers.
Mm.
Remember them shits from back in the day?
What do you mean back in the day? My mother still got them.
You cosplayed a second for 2 days, right?
2 days, yeah. So I did Friday and Saturday. So Saturday I was Schoolgirl Mirko, the one that Horikoshi just drew out.
Right.
Yeah, where she's with Hawks. So that was really fun. I hadn't worn my ears in a while because I made my ears. So they were pretty big.
Did anyone ask for you to step on them?
No, I'm very sad about that. But you guys can ask
You
me.
guys failed her. You anime degenerates failed her.
I know.
It's not free. We don't. We not step.
What we charge for
we
this
charge for steps.
Yes.
We not.
They
that's
got a
not free.
podcast to fund, guys.
Give me
Yeah,
$10, I will step on you.
If you want to see more figures here, we said
there
10?
you go. Yeah,
$15 a step.
there we go.
If you enter code Danny, you might get it for 12.
Stop.
The link to Feet Finder will be in the description below.
Stop.
Feet Finder?
Stop.
That's a site?
It is.
Yeah.
Why did I know that?
Bro, you just know these things.
How do y'all both know? Like, yeah.
I mean, people on TikTok be like
So, hold
promoting
on.
their stuff.
How does this feet finder? Do you type in somebody's name to find
I
their
have
feet?
no idea.
Or do you type the type of feet you're looking for?
We got a search bar. I don't know.
These
bro.
are the
You
real
figure it out.
questions.
Because I'm like, now I'm curious. I'm like,
You got to do some research. You got to.
No.
Am I looking for Scarlett Johansson feet?
No.
Or am I looking for dancer feet?
No, we're gonna be.
Because dancer feet is
We're not
different.
sponsoring them, guys.
Just, the Moonpiece Podcast is brought to you by FeetFinder.
Hey man, anything for the bag, right?
Yeah,
It's
you're right,
it's
you're
a
right.
code Kimmy for 20% off.
Let me know.
It's
We need to
crazy.
fund this stuff, guys. No, but and then Saturday night for the after party, I was Tengen. So thankfully, I went from
Hey.
white hair, red contacts to white hair, red contacts, and changed the outfit.
Finessed it.
So it worked
I was
out.
fake Kakashi on Saturday.
Fake Kakashi, what does that entail?
Oh.
Like I wore a headband and I had a scar on my face and that was it.
Oh, is
And
that
I
what
had a
you
green
were?
vest.
Ah.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not wearing anything
Oh, that was a
else.
scar on your eye. Oh, I thought you just had something going on.
He said, "I thought you were crippled."
You just thought I was just dicking around, like
I don't know. I thought Kimmy was letting you down and not telling you there was something on your face.
I'm
But I've only seen a few
the
pictures, so
disrespect.
I don't know.
The disrespect,
We
bro.
got-
What? You just
But we met your friend Will Chris. And
Yes, the premier Spider-Punk. He's my Spider-Punk in real life.
Yes!
Because he looks just like right out the movie.
Crazy.
He's that not like again like in your realm. That is a real cosplayer.
That shit, it shouldn't. Because I was saying, like, bro, sometimes on like TikTok, some stuff like I feel like a lot of things can look way better there. His shit in person, I was like, oh no,
It was great.
this is real.
Makes
like,
all his props from scratch, his clothes
Wow.
from scratch. Like
the fact that that's not even his fucking hair still gets me tight.
Crazy.
Because at first when I didn't know any better, because he did like a tutorial video of how he made it, I was like,
Finesse.
yo, how did my son do his hair like that? Thinking it was
Wild.
his hair. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like it was his hair.
I don't got the time, talent, anything. I don't know
You
how
can
to
learn.
start. You could definitely learn, and like you said, someone putting out a video is like awesome. That if you're curious or want to make your own stuff or want to do the same character, there's a resource for you there. But like, yeah, I wouldn't even know where to begin with. If I were trying to make something on my own by myself with no like thought of where do I start?
Yeah.
Where do I
You gotta
start?
start somewhere, yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Start with the suit.
I guess so.
Start
So.
with the
Yeah,
suit.
yeah, you're not wrong.
You do suit it up. That's your shit.
Make
That's
a little
my thing.
props.
$50, call it a day.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the way suits is now, I gotta go to Zara. I gotta get a tailor. It's gonna come out to way more.
But you can keep it after. That's like an actual suit you can use. You know what I mean? It's not
It
like
depends
a.
on the color, I guess.
It depends.
Yeah, I got a pink suit.
My friend rented
bring it
his
out every now and
Nanami
then.
suit, and that came out nice.
Yeah,
I wore Nanami out like for I don't know. I was like, you know what? Let me see if this is like.
Did
if
you
I could,
buy it
if
or
I-
rent?
No, I had a suit and I just bought like I guess the cheetah tie or whatever because I already had like a blue.
Oh, you wore
dress
out
shirt.
out.
Yeah.
Like amongst like.
Yeah, and I still had my blonde hair when I had dyed it, so I wore it out for like.
You dyed your hair
dyed
too?
your hair?
Yes.
Last year. Boom, last year for Anime. I mean, I don't really like wigs, so like if I have an excuse to dye my hair, I'll do it.
I've been thinking about fucking around doing that.
Do
and
it,
then I'm
man.
just-
You only
but then I'm
live
just-
once.
But I'm just
Why
like
not?
scared because I'm just
See,
like.
I never dyed my hair, but for Nishinoya, when I did Haikyuu, I dyed his bangs for the first time.
But like, how do
and
I
it
get
came
it
out
back?
great.
Regular.
It grows out.
What do you mean it grows out?
Well, I don't know about your hair,
It-
so I can't.
I'm like, what do you mean it grows?
But you could dye it back. I
True.
also did that. Like after I was like kind of done with it, I was like, all right, let me dye it black
Yeah,
again.
just go
I don't
back
even
to
know what color my hair is, so technically,
It's like a black, dark
If not
brown.
black,
You act-
very dark
let's,
brown.
let's not act like the fucking color boxes for color in
Dark
here. It's not
brown.
crazy. We over here talking about caramel macchiato and some all types of other colors on the box and different numbers. I don't know. I be thinking about
You gotta
sometimes.
worry about your red hair popping out.
Oh yeah, word. My fear of me getting
Red hair.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me not even go there. Let me not even go there. I was about to go down a slippery slope just now. I found a red hair one day in my beard, and I was like, "Who am I?"
Yeah, no, I get some red chin hair sometimes. Like it just pokes out. Like,
I was like, I gotta do ancestry. Am I Irish? Like, what am I? I mean, it would be dope if my hair just all turned. I think that would be fire if my whole shit just turned red. If I
you
had
could
a red
always
beard.
you can always find out yourself a diet.
Nah, it's
Wear
not
a
the same
wig.
as
You
natural.
start with
Oh,
a
wear a
wig,
wig.
see if it looks good on you, and then
Why am
you
I putting
change
a
it.
wig on this? What do
You could put a
mean?
wig on it.
What do I have to like,
Get your shits braided down, and then you get a wig.
Exactly, and then you get a
Yes,
wig.
technically.
You
Yeah.
test
Well,
it out. You see if you like the color on you, and then you
Nah, I'm
can
gonna
always-
just start the whole shit.
you
Make
just
it-
raw dogging it. All right,
I'm gonna go blonde. I'm gonna
I'm gonna go blonde. I'm planning to go blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thing is, I also don't always like wearing wigs, so I will do my hair according to what character. So like I got bangs to cosplay Yor, and then it just
Yeah.
worked out for Nagatoro, and so I was like, okay, cool, so that works. So I want to go full blonde at some point, and then I can cosplay Bakugo, like Femme Bakugo.
Oh, okay.
I want to do that.
Are you gonna put the got to be glue gel in your hair?
No, I wouldn't do Femme Bakugo, so she'd have the long hair, I wouldn't do the
with
spikes.
spiky hair.
Ah,
Doesn't his mom have spiky hair? Like,
she does.
Yeah.
She has the, she has
I was
the
like,
short hair.
just-
She does. She got the short hair, but I have, I
You
do
could
like
be
a
Mambuko.
ponytail or something.
I don't know his mother's name.
Mitsuki?
That's her name.
That's
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yo, you are.
You don't know Mama Mitsuki, Miss Baddie MILF
I mean,
herself?
You didn't know his hero name like 2 weeks ago. So.
Listen! I did.
I
I
don't
did,
know.
okay?
Yeah.
He just has 20 different names.
Don't
okay?
shade at me for not knowing the mother's name and you didn't know Bakugo's hero name. Is kind of crazy.
You
It's
didn't
kinda-
even know his
it's-
full
it's
name.
kinda
We were
long.
off
It is
one.
kinda long.
We
You know
were
what I'm
off
talking
by
about?
one.
Explosion, death, murder guy, something like that. I don't even know what the heck his
I feel like it's
hero
pretty
name.
close.
Lord
Explosion.
Explosion.
There's no Lord. Why do you guys keep
We
saying
always
Lord?
keep fucked.
You
The
guys.
great Explosion Murder God Dynamite.
Dynamite. Okay. there
Get
we
the
go.
duh out of there. You got it.
It's
You gotta say the. It's not like included, but
Great explosion, murder,
Murder
God.
God.
I didn't even know Great was in there.
see,
Maybe it's not.
That's the part we were missing. No, it is because that's the part we were missing. See,
It's
it's fine. It's just because he had 20 different names.
But let's talk about some more anime stuff because I feel like we stayed on Anime NYC for a while. So what are like some of your favorite anime, like top 3?
Let's get to know you.
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like it's changing as I've gotten older and seen more. But
Of course.
the one that speaks to me and shaped kind of who I am is Samurai Champloo.
Ooh.
Man of culture, I see.
So I think Cowboy Bebop is a better show because it's made by the same creator. But Samurai Champloo just speaks to me because I love like the whole Edo period of Japan samurai stuff. But the fact that they were able to fuse hip hop and anime is such it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
It just works for some reason.
It's peanut butter and jelly.
It's what I'm saying. So. And
Even though
being
people in the UK don't eat
being
that.
from the Bronx, like hip hop, the mecca of hip hop, like it just spoke to me. And the Nuhabe's RIP, the DJ that made the soundtrack to that, like that's like that show is literally the birth of lo-fi hip hop too. I feel like. But,
So wait, what is this? What is this show about? I don't know anything about.
So it's
You know anything
basically
Social Club?
about it's episodic, so it's not like you need to just jump in. Like you could jump in anywhere and still get a story out of the episode, kind of like how Cowboy Bebop is. But the overall story is there's a girl, her name is Fu. She's trying to look for the samurai that smells of sunflowers. And she doesn't know how to, so that's her life goal right now, I guess, in the show. And she meets these 2 samurais. One's like a crazy, brash sword, guy who breakdances and he's wild. And the other one's the more like archetypal,
Chill.
proper samurai. And she pretty much finesses them to help her go on this journey with her to find this person.
Okay.
And it's 26 episodes,
That's not bad.
The art style is great. The music's phenomenal. 'Cause
Choreography is so
yeah,
smooth.
the fight
Really?
scenes are great. It's one of those shows where you can watch it in dub or sub, and it's like it hits both times to me.
Yeah.
I watch it both in dub and sub all the time because I think the voice actors do such a good job.
Okay.
And it's a good binge, and it came out in 2006. So like when I watched it, like I said, it just
Wow.
it made
2006?
it
That's
made
when
it
came
made me kind
older.
of who I am.
out.
Okay.
I thought it came out before that.
No,
Yeah,
I think
I thought it came out
2006,
before.
2005,
It's-
2006.
I
feel
was
like
in
there's
6th
So
grade.
much like, I feel like all that anime that came out besides like the big 3 that before like maybe 2008, I would probably just watch in English. Like I think about that sometimes. I'm like, there's some series like I'm just watch this in English. I'm good. Because then I usually try to like stay away from it. But Samurai Champloo, I'm English. Afro Samurai, English. Cowboy Bebop, English. Like I'm thinking about starting Neon Genesis.
Danny, Yu Yu Hakusho English?
Oh, I only watch it in English, mainly because Yusuke's voice actor and Kuwabara's voice actor are
Yeah,
iconic.
they're iconic. Yeah,
Iconic,
I can't hear
yeah.
anything else besides them.
No.
But I'm not one of those people where it's like, oh, sub over dub or dub is better than sub.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
personally, when it comes to anime, I'm gonna always stick to just watching sub. But if I love the show that much, I will listen to the dub and be like,
Facts.
all right, let me see how the voice actors, played around with the characters and the voices.
Mhm.
But if you're watching anime, that's all I care about. Like if you're watching a story that I love and we could
Yes.
talk about, I don't care if you're watching a sub, dub, Chinese, Mandarin,
Whatever.
Dutch,
Yeah.
whatever.
We've reached an interesting point, I think, with anime in itself because there's so many fans now that like the gatekeeping of a certain sect of people is just rampant, and it's a small minority because majority of anime fans now and anime fans don't encompass just the internet. I think
Yes.
that's what some people get fucked up. They think whatever the internet says
Goes.
is a representation of all anime fans, and like, bro, most of like my boy who's watches mad anime, loves One Piece, loves Naruto, loves Hunter x Hunter, has no idea what's happening on the internet. in
No
regards to anime
fandom.
stuff. He's over here like, I don't watch TikTok stuff. I don't watch YouTube videos. He said, I just watch it and continue on about my
Honestly, more power to him.
It's.
More power
I
to
kind
him.
of sometimes wish I could be like that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Ever since like Tumblr back in the day, it used to be you watch a show, you finish it, you go on Tumblr and you see everything. You see the fan art, you see the fan fictions, you see the stuff people wrote, like you see the gift sets, everything. And it's just like, okay, this is a new, emerging love that you have, you know? And so like now it's translated to Twitter, So you go on that or Reddit or like, all these other things, kind of Instagram, and then even cosplay, It's just a whole immersion into the fandom now.
Because I don't want to use the word casuals, but like, because I feel like casual comes with a layer of disrespect.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like, oh, you're a
Right,
casual
right.
anime fan. I'm like, you're an anime fan. You're just, I guess I want to say you're not obsessive
Yeah.
about it the same way. I consider myself obsessive about it. Not to the same degree as maybe some other people where I'm willing to like kill somebody over not liking the same series as me or whatever,
Right.
or be like, what do you mean you don't know taste, blah, blah, like, what do you mean you gave this anime ranking, anime opening a F instead of a D or whatever. It's not that crazy about it, but like, I do have a lot of respect for it, because that must be a very interesting, kind of almost of a happy place, because you get to avoid all the dumbness that comes with, I think, being an anime fan. And I think, respectfully, we know it's some bullshit in this fan base that's just like, I wish you guys would not. And this is why sometimes this is why people think we're weird.
Listen, I've been hearing some drama coming from like some of the, of course, I'm not gonna say Gen Z because I'm pretty sure it's the one after that, the generation after that.
Alpha?
Is that what
It's
they're called? Alpha? I
Alpha?
guess.
I didn't even know they named that generation.
Yeah, the youngins. The
The
real,
more you
real
know,
youngins.
guys.
Yeah.
Gen Alpha, that's like 2000, I believe, 5
We'll see.
or 6 and forward.
No.
I'm sorry, I can tell you.
No, like younger. I don't know.
Maybe
But either way.
2002.
So
4.
apparently I've been hearing rumors that they're trying to like cancel certain K-pop fans if they're like fans of certain things like Hunter x Hunter or some other things.
I
If
think I
they
know where
like,
you're going. I think I know where you're going with this.
yeah. And I was like,
Is this the Made in Abyss thing with the dude from fucking...
I know that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I think so. There's like a list that's growing, and people are like, "Oh, if they like any of these, they're problematic and stuff like that." And it's like, bro, you got to get off the internet, touch some grass.
Battle
my
Made in
guy.
Abyss?
So I think there's a K-pop star idol that likes or took a picture with something Made in Abyss-esque or something, and these two friends were talking, and they said, "Oh," like one of the friends was like, "Oh, you like this K-pop star who likes Made in Abyss, but Made in Abyss is like so problematic because it's like sexualizing children and blah blah blah. So
Oh
I
my
can't be your
God.
friend anymore because you like this guy who likes this anime, blah blah." I don't know. I don't know if that's the gist, but it was like,
essentially.
yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
I
it's so stupid. They're so like
I didn't even
out
know
of
that's what
touch
Made
with
I
everything.
watched Made in Abyss, and that's not what I got.
Season 1 is amazing.
Which one
I
is
didn't
Made in
watch
Abyss
season 2.
again?
Made in Abyss is where there's this island, and in this island there's
A
this
giant hole.
giant hole, which is an abyss. But like the deeper you go into the hole, the more the deeper you go in the hole, it's like an expansive world. There's deserts, there's forests, there's
Monsters,
Ice
like
mountains.
different
But-
living things.
But
that,
like the
yeah.
deeper, so now I'm about to pause
The
myself.
deeper you
Just
go,
say
just
it.
say it. Just say it. The deeper you go.
The further you go
Okay.
into the abyss, the further you go into the abyss, like your body also can't handle, I think, the pressure.
Mhm.
or the
From-
curse of going into the abyss.
That's
so to
So
speak.
ridiculous. It's called gravity, my guy, and whatever. But like
Okay.
I think your head could fucking explode.
No, so if
honestly,
you
some
can
shit.
go deep, but it's more difficult to come back up because if you try to ascend, your body
Mm.
can't handle the curse that's happening as you go deeper, and your body starts to change, or you
Okay.
just die or whatever. So, anyways,
So why do they think it's problematic?
it's problematic because it's children.
little layers.
It follows a group of children that are exploring, but there's a lot of like you know how anime gets. There's a lot of some like what's the word? Suspect moments.
Yes.
Suspect behavior.
Yeah, suspect
Okay.
behavior of like these kids, like and
But in my opinion, never really crosses the line from what I remember.
right.
I don't
I mean,
remem-
they're
I didn't
kids.
watch
They're
season
curious.
2.
You know what I mean?
I watched
So
season 2 and I watched the movie, and I'm trying to remember, and I'm like,
it mostly has to do with the like. I forgot the boy robot's name with the helmet,
Red
but like
Girl.
him like looking at
Reg,
the
something like that.
yeah something to the
Yeah.
R and being like hormones
Yeah.
or whatever like it's a girl, she's kind of undressing like I feel some type of
Yeah.
way like that kind
like
of stuff.
Mineta type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stuff it's not something you haven't seen in anime before.
That's
Yeah,
why
like-
I'm like, I think these kids are just being ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not
So-
Hisoka level creepy.
Exactly. I know Hunter was on that list too.
Hisoka.
It was like, it's probably Hisoka.
Hisoka is a nasty boy. That shit
Yeah,
nasty.
I don't know nothing about Hunter x Hunter except for
Well,
that.
The only thing we know about Hunter x Hunter is that the author Togashi had to release that potential ending
That was
because of
sad.
his declining
That's kind of
health.
sad though.
Yeah,
You saw that?
I
No,
heard
I
about
know
that.
this is news to me, but I know like his health has
So,
not been
This
great
week,
at all.
Tagashi actually put out what he basically put out. Just in case I die, here are the 4 possible endings I'm choosing for the
Okay.
series. A chapter of this series hasn't come out
4 or 5
in
months.
a year. Oh, wait, almost 4 or
Yeah,
5
like
months.
half
and
a
then
year,
before
half a
that,
year.
and even then, that chapter was all words.
Yeah.
My boy's
Dialogue. It's a lot of dialogue.
Your boy is dropping novels now. At this point, he might as well make Hunter x Hunter a light novel and not
Right.
a manga. But
Wow.
It's kind of something aspect where the Berserk mangaka Kentaro Mura, he passed away, and he only told like his wife or what I guess
And
like,
his
one
boy.
other
His
person,
apprentice.
His
his
boy.
apprentice,
Yeah.
like this is the ending, and
Yeah.
that's why they're able to continue. Thankfully,
That's good.
it's just a shame he can't see his like work finished, but
top 3 Berserk, top 3
Yeah.
series in all the game.
they just need a proper anime adaptation.
Once they get it, man, people gonna realize.
Isn't there another
I do
adaptation
love the-
coming?
The Netflix has 3. Oh yeah, I heard that there's a fan made
fan-made.
adaptation
that
coming
thing you
out.
saw is fan made.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Which
I-
like I'm still hyped for because
Yeah.
like it's adapting something.
Do you like the Netflix movies?
I watched.
I like
I
them
think
a
they're
lot.
okay. I think.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
well, so I got into the series last year
Oh, okay. Through what?
only reading
Oh.
because I did it for content. So I did a stream of me going through each volumes chapter throughout the
Right.
series. I took everybody's word for it of don't even try to watch the anime. I just said I will just read it. It's the first series I've ever decided to
Just straight up read.
just read.
Wow.
So like,
But the 1997 one gets a lot of praise, like of it being good.
so I watched everything else after reading it.
Okay.
So I was able to go into it reading it first, having
Okay.
an appreciation of being a new fan.
Right.
Mhm.
I think 97. I'm gonna say a hot take right here.
Okay.
I don't think the 2016 and 2017 is as bad as people.
The CG
Yeah,
anime.
like the CG is sus. It's the
It's
CG is
atrocious.
It's
bad.
CG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the story they're telling,
yeah.
and if you're here to like just get an adaptation, and you know it already, then it's not that bad. But if you were blind going into it, yeah, it's hard. But don't
It's
watch
tough
it.
to watch.
Okay.
Yeah,
2016.
don't watch it. So, I mean, we talking about shows like what y'all been watching, what y'all been up to.
I've been binging Yu Yu Hakusho, trying to get ready for that live action adaptation that's coming out next month. I don't know if y'all watched the trailer,
Is it
but
next month already?
Yeah, December
Oh,
14th.
Damn, I thought it was like a couple months away. Okay.
counting the days down.
December 14th. That's not even next month, bro. That's like 2 weeks.
Couple weeks.
Stop.
2 weeks from now, believe it or not.
You like the live action trailer?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential in there. My only concern is whether or not they're going to get that comedy aspect right. Because a character like Kuwabara, I mean, I think half the comedy that comes from him is that voice actor who did it in the English
Yeah.
dub.
You're right.
Fucking kills it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm happy it is a Japanese
Live action?
adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes because it could really be hit or miss because the American audience is fickle.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we're weird, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause-
We're riding that One Piece high right now. So
We
Yeah,
are. We
and-
definitely are.
but I think that's what's gonna get people fucked up. Be like
Yeah. Because that one was
that.
so good.
The expectations are now like, oh well, if you can't,
Is it gonna
do
be
what
on
One
Netflix?
Piece is doing.
yeah,
I
it's gonna be on
believe so,
Netflix.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Netflix original. I mean, there's that, and there's the Avatar 2 that they released the trailer for, which like there was no words.
Cautiously optimistic about the Avatar live action.
Yeah.
Because the original creators walked out on the project. So
Yep. Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing. But so far from the trailer, it looks like it's already better than the movie that
The
came out.
vid-
whatever,
the-
like,
We don't talk about that.
M.
we
Night
don't talk about
Shyamalan, what a twist! That's
Yeah.
fucking hot.
that. Oh, all the brown people are evil.
Wow.
Yo,
Oh,
this-
why'd you do that?
There's only 2 movies in my life I actually wanted my money back from walking out the theater. There's The Last Airbender.
Can I guess the next one?
Dragon Ball.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
didn't know,
Dragon
'cause
Ball.
I wasn't dumb enough to go to the theater.
Oh, okay, me neither. I didn't go to the theaters. as
Green
well.
Lantern.
Oh, with Ryan Reynolds
I
and
never
Blake
watched
Lively?
it.
I was fucking sick.
Is she in
I was
that? Is that where they
so
met?
sick.
She's the love interest. Yeah.
Is that where they met?
Who?
Yeah.
Blake
Blake
Lively.
Lively.
Yeah, that's how they. That's
Oh,
the
she
movie
is
that they.
in that.
I didn't know
Connected,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
So, well, you never saw Gossip Girl, so it is what it is.
Not yet. But Green Lantern? Yeah, that movie was trash.
Bro, I was so mad because
Never
that was
saw it.
what year was that when that came?
That was like 2009, 2010.
So it was like I had hope because like we was
Yeah,
off the heels of like the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm like, yeah, they fucking in Marvel.
DC.
I have the belief that like Phase 1 is not as lit as y'all
DC.
remember it. No, but I'm talking about during that era because
the
the Marvel movies were coming out
Right,
too.
right.
So comic book movies was in this weird space.
Mm.
So it was like, okay, Iron Man 1 people enjoy, Iron Man 2 some people enjoy,
Yeah.
Captain America, and then like, you know, you have the Dark Knight trilogy, and then you get to like Green Lantern coming out. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this shit should be alright.
Mm.
And I go in, I'm like, I think the first mistake is I listened to my boy. I went to the wee boonies of Queens to go see it.
Why?
Like I think I was in Flushing, bro.
Why?
I had
Yo, I used to live in
7 train.
Flushing. What's wrong with Flushing?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I lived in Crown Heights in Brooklyn.
So what were you
like,
doing out there?
Because he was like, yo, come, like, we should all make a group trip to go. That's not how his voice sounds. That's just my imitation of it. But like, he was like, oh, y'all should come to Queens so we can watch a movie.
Together.
We should watch Green Lantern. I'm like, I guess I'll take a train to a bus. or whatever.
Damn.
You hated the movie so bad, you were ready to take the train to the bus back home.
Yeah.
Well, I
for
think
real.
that's why I was more angry because what happened in the middle of the movie is the picture went out.
Yikes.
The sound stopped in the first 10 minutes,
Nah.
and then the picture just went out, and I was like, "This is fucking."
So
ridiculous.
everything on top of each other was just bad.
I mean, God was telling me to walk out the theater,
True.
Mm-hmm.
but I stayed,
You have to see it through, my boy.
and I was just like,
see it through.
I was like, this movie, they offered my money back, but I felt bad for the workers.
They don't affect them. It's the company.
But like they had to like kind of like scurry and like get shit together.
They're not
Right.
getting that money.
Yeah, but it was mad. If it was mad, it was a line of people, and I was like, I don't want to be an extra person on this line
That's fair.
for them to have to deal with. All right, let's do the process of refunding this guy. Like
Fair.
I was like, I sat through the movie. I'm gonna just take this L on the.
Just here we
At
go.
the time, it was probably $11.
Yeah.
God,
Crazy now.
what a time!
I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie.
Me neither. I just sit there and take that.
But what's
out.
the worst movie you think you ever saw?
Probably The Tourist with Johnny Depp.
I've never seen.
It
It.
came
I've
out
never
in
even
like
heard of that.
2010.
Oh.
Honestly, I didn't even pay for the movie. It was like a matinee thing where like I snuck into the next theater. So
okay.
like, I didn't
So
walk
that's on you, I guess.
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
point.
That's your bad. You thought you was walking into some heat.
No. I stayed for the M. Night Shyamalan thing, start to finish. I had to see how it ended. Because I don't know, maybe they would have turned it around at the end.
Someone for
I
Last Airbender?
I
Yeah,
sat
yeah.
there. I was like with my mom, and I was like, they're supposed to be in a metal place, and the earthbenders aren't supposed to just not be able to earthbend.
that earthbending was
she was like,
insane.
calm down, calm down.
That earthbending, bro. I can't even say that's the worst earthbending I've ever seen because there's no other earthbending I've
Yo,
ever seen.
watching just that little clip of them doing all the movement and then that one
One
little
little
like rock
pebble.
slow motion
Like, I feel like I could real life earthbend better than that.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
This shit was crazy.
It was
Fucking
son.
yeet a rock at somebody. bro.
Yes, if I
Literally.
got the right boots on, like if I got on like super Tims,
Yo.
like, I can fucking just stop on the ground. I don't know. You gotta get the super constructs. I don't know. But
Until I
Yeah.
see actual bending in these trailers that they're
Right,
releasing
right,
for the new
right.
show,
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 right now.
Listen.
It's average.
yeah, I need to see some acting or something. There was no dialogue in the trailer. It
Yeah.
was all visuals.
The
It
casting-
it visually looked great.
Yeah.
Like the setting, whatever the
Mhm.
CGI, all of that looks. It looks like they put the money into that.
Yeah.
I need to see
Everything else.
some dialogue.
Yes, I
Like,
agree.
We didn't see Toph in that trailer either.
No,
No.
because they're
Is she
handling
gonna be
it
in that?
first. No,
They're handling it
first book.
I think it's first book.
Oh,
Depending.
Yeah,
she's in
Talk
the
is
second
like
book.
not till second book, right?
Yeah, I
Second,
think
third
so.
book? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want to watch
No,
some
she's-
JJK?
I mean, we all know the drama that's going on with JJK, Mappa
Mappa.
Studios, all these workers
Fight
slacking.
for their life.
No,
Yeah.
just-
No, actually.
These Mappa employees are fighting for their life. Apparently, we get an episode tomorrow from the time we're recording this.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think they're like they're putting their foot down, which I'm happy to hear that they're like no more until you start treating us like actual human
Yeah,
beings.
no. As they should, because
As they should.
with the whole, bro, I remember when they announced like the rumor of the One Punch Man season 3 going to Mappa.
oh.
I was sitting here like another one.
Yeah, we were like, bro,
And when you
another
see
one.
some of the
That's
panels
crazy.
from the upcoming season of One Punch Man, it's like,
Was it season 2 done by Mappa as well, or is it another studio?
No,
I'm pretty
season
sure.
season two is a different studio from season 1. Season
I thought season 2 was Mappa.
Yeah, I'm
no,
pretty sure.
no, because Mappa wasn't at that time when season 2 came out. Mappa wasn't. Bro,
He's like, I don't believe you.
Trust me, so it wasn't Mappa, bro. It wasn't Mappa. It was because
Look
it
it
wasn't
up.
Wig.
Look it up.
I want to.
Should I?
Maybe
Yeah,
you
look it
can
up.
look it up. But season 1
I want to know.
is. Fuck, I can't remember who the season 2, but like it wasn't. Maybe it was Bones.
I think season 1 was Bones.
Yeah.
Season 1 was Bones.
Because
Season 2,
everyone like got
season
the,
2 might be Wit or somebody else, but it wasn't.
whatever season 2 studio was, everyone was
JC staff
JC Staff
for season 2.
Okay, so the complaint of the animation quality kind of dipping
Yeah.
down and all that.
Mm.
It just didn't hit, and I also think that the couple episodes they chose to adapt at the time
Mm.
just wasn't. They needed a little bit more.
Why did you
I
read,
don't
do you
know.
read the One Punch Man manga? Is that
I
why
was
you're able
at
to
one
compare it?
point I was reading for a while, and then like I decided to stop.
Mhm.
Like I was just like, you know what? I think I enjoy this animated more than reading.
Okay.
As of now, at least, I don't know how
Right.
much further, but I did stop.
Yeah.
Kind of where season 2 was. So I don't know anything really past that. So from there, it's just crazy. But the Mappa stuff, it sucks. I
It's
wish
sad
them
to see.
It's really
Which
sad.
When
the
they've been
best.
killing it all season, and then for it to end right now, like 19 episodes in, it's like, come on, guys,
It's been 19 episodes
already. Yeah.
Already for
Really?
season two.
Wow.
Because it was 5 for the flashback arc. Then they took that like 3-week break
Mhm.
to go into Shibuya.
How long have we been in Shibuya? What the
We've
fuck?
been in
We've been in Shibuya
for
for
a
a
minute.
while, bro.
Yo, I feel like it's only been like 6 episodes.
Nah,
It's
bro. Remember
crazy.
Gojo's getting sealed, Yuji fighting that grasshopper.
And then the lobster fight. Is he a lobster or a dragon? What the fuck is he?
I mean, he looks like Dr. Zoidberg from
yes,
Futurama.
he looks exactly like Zoidberg, bro.
Yeah.
But I guess they were trying to go for the Cthulhu kind of look for him. I don't know,
Oh,
that
Cthulhu.
whatever. I don't even know what the fuck Cthulhu is. But
I was like, when you
but-
said that shit, I just nodded my head. I was
Yeah.
like,
Cthulhu is
I was
apparently
like,
like some space god thing that looks like
a goat? Isn't Cthulhu
looks
a
like
goat?
a.
Y que
What are
sé
they-
yo.
No,
Talk about
Cthulhu's the
octopus?
octopus
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
see. Yeah, you're right.
Did you guys see that theory that Dagon, which is the Cthulhu
Mhm.
cursed spirit, is the girl who died in the flashback, reincarnated as a cursed spirit?
Girl who died
Because
in the flashback.
The one that Toji.
one that got
Oh,
domed
see,
by
see, see.
Toji?
No way.
Because people who have cursed energy, if you do not get taken out with a cursed technique, you come back as a cursed spirit. So if you think about it, she
When did they teach us that?
in the
No.
beginning.
No, but he was the cursed
remember the old
energy.
man?
But he was the cursed energy of everything from the ocean. That like all the people that
Yeah,
have died
scared
in
of
the
the
And
ocean.
her best memories were when she went to the
beach.
aquarium.
Oh yeah.
And they saw all the fish, and then his domain expansion is the beach.
You're not cheating right now because you read, right?
No.
No.
This I
Okay.
saw on TikTok. I had no idea. That came out after he got murked by Toji.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the fight was interesting at that time. I mean, I told you before, like, I've reached the point where I'm just like, I think all the fights in JJK, fantastic. Animation, fantastic. I just don't give a fuck about nobody in the series.
Well, that's the thing though about even saying the animation is fantastic because the most recent episode, that fight scene was only 30% done.
which
Crazy.
is absolutely insane. And it still got a 9.9 on IMDb.
I don't know
Period.
how something can be 30% done and look like that. Because I did text you. I texted the chat. I was like, this episode, because I watched it before both of you, I think. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going This shit is ridiculous.
Mm.
They also made the typo and called it Malevolent Kitchen or whatever instead of
Malevolent
Oh.
Kitchen instead of
Malevolent
Shrine.
Trying, yeah.
And they called it.
Malevolent Kitchen go hard, though.
That would be a good band name.
Malevolent Kitchen, that's a band?
Or a
Oh.
TikTok.
No, I said that would be a good
dope
band name.
Yeah, like that shit, I think that goes way harder than Shrine. Like, they should have kept that shit, because didn't some knives come out? Like,
Well, yeah, Sukuna's techniques are based off of like 2 knives, dismantle and cleave.
Mm-hmm. Slicing and
bro,
dicing.
when the narrator goes off, blank.
You just
Nah,
shut
Well,
the
that's why
brain
you don't
off.
care about the characters, because you're not listening to the dialogue.
The narrator only explains powers, not people.
It's kind of important to like tune into though, you know.
I'm not. No, I'd be there.
Oh.
It's just that I don't know what you're really. It's just a lot of information to process at one
I get.
time.
I feel
It's
that.
like
I feel that.
the definition of cleaving and the definition of cutting is completely different than the definition of dismantling, and therefore a curse. Like that's how I feel like the dialogue comes from. when
Right,
they're
right,
explaining
right.
These domains and everything. I'm like, bro, this is just. I just need you to show and not tell
I
for
don't know.
this, but. I don't know. The Shibuya arc, I think, is a very, very good arc. Could be better if the series had some filler episodes to develop these characters. Because
But that would entail making the animators.
if Mappa had enough time,
yeah,
hey,
funds.
and or
If-
animators.
if Mappa had enough animators time and money to pay these motherfuckers, ideally,
Mhm.
I think that the series just needs more to create these connections between these people who I'm supposed to believe care about each other. And let alone I'm supposed to care about, because I told you before, I'm like, bro, it's only like 2 or 3 scenes of what's the girl, Nobara? That's her name.
Mhm.
Nobara,
Kugisaki.
Megumi, and
That's why people like are more fans of like characters like Maki and
And
Nanami.
and Gojo.
People go hard for Nanami,
which
and we got his backstory. We got it in like 5 minutes, and truthfully, that's all you need. How much more do you need to see of Nanami?
But we love
He speaks
it.
through his actions of him trying to protect characters like Yuji and Megumi and Nobara
Not-
and all of them.
so I'm gonna tell you the characters I'm not knocking. So just so we can end the conversation on these other characters
What you
that
got?
aren't the main characters or that on the poster.
right.
Nanami, great.
Mm.
Totally greatly developed. I understand his character,
Husband.
and I understand his values in regards to protecting younger people. That's
Mhm.
Jujutsu Kaisen sorcerers or whatever.
Who else?
Gojo, Geto, greatly written. You get a past backstory. It's almost like they're developing everybody else but the people who are playing a current role in the current time.
I feel like Megumi got a lot of development.
He did.
Like even from the first episode when he decided to to not kill Yuji.
Yeah.
And then when Yuji pretty much died right in front of him, he learned a lot from that.
Is that your beef? You just want them to shine more love onto Yuji as being a protagonist?
I never liked
protagonist.
Yuji as a protagonist.
Yeah, he never
to
liked
begin
him.
with.
Like not liking is different from not caring. I don't like Deku.
Why are you bringing
I
Deku?
don't care about Yuji.
What about
Two different
Tanjiro?
things. Tanjiro is just whatever.
He doesn't. Damn,
I
that's
think
crazy.
Deku's better than Tanjiro. I'll say that.
Interesting.
No, Tanjiro is better than Deku.
I think Deku's better.
For sure. Nah, Tanjiro can make decisions. He don't constantly need people to tell him and give him advice
Deku
on
be
what to
doing
do.
his own shit. That's why.
Deku be muttering to himself, like overthinking scenarios and what to do next.
But
and
who
things
doesn't
like that.
overthink?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like Tanjiro is better in that regard.
She overthinks.
Tanjiro is better at taking action. He's that older brother who is like, okay, this is just what we got to do.
No, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I like
When it
Tanjiro
comes
better
to when
than
it comes
Deku.
to emergencies, he's do first, think after. That's why he
Who?
gets into shit. Deku.
I would say the same about Tanjiro.
I don't know,
Tanjiro's
man.
just like where he
You know
is.
what it is? Tanjiro has... Because it's hard for you because you love both of these
I love
characters.
both
so
my
the fact
mans.
that you're like
My babies.
trying to like be like, yo, this person's way better than this one. I commend you for picking a
I
side.
love both.
But I think Deku is just better written and has a better story narratively so far.
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
Whatever happens in Demon Slayer after this current anime season, I could be easily proven wrong.
Mhm.
But I heard not much changes in
No.
regards to development.
you're
He
right.
just gets power ups.
Yeah.
That's been my gripe with Deku, is that we reached the point where like they kind of stumped his development with that whole him almost turning into Batman.
Oh, that was
And
Like
so
that was
close.
great.
bro,
we needed him to
When
go
I
dark a
tell
little
you-
longer.
Deku was up there for me.
Oh,
bro.
absolutely.
And then that moment when he said, "My friends came. Maybe I won't be a vigilante. Maybe I won't be Batman. You guys are right." I was like, "This is fucking
They
soft."
came to drag his
I
ass
needed
back.
that. I needed that Batman shit to last like another 10 chapters before I accepted that.
I mean,
Yeah,
in the
I-
manga,
I-
it lasted longer.
He was
you
taken
know?
out of
What do
no,
you
it
mean?
wasn't.
No.
Kind of did.
It was like
Did you-
4
did you,
chapters.
You watched My Hero?
Yeah, I watched I saw
The whole. You saw the most recent season?
Yeah.
Where Deku kind of went into his whole.
Yeah, vigilante. Like
Vigilante
I need to
mode.
stay away from my friends.
How
to
many
protect
episodes
them.
was that?
It's like 3.
I want to say
max.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, something like that.
How many chapters you want to equate that to? 6?
I don't know. Yeah.
6 is not.
Not including the chapters where he fought Nagant.
Yeah, like that's
But
not.
that's included.
That should have
That's
been like that
included.
should have been like a very heavy.
I would have
arc.
loved that.
Arc.
It
Like,
went by
that-
too fast.
That could have, and then once we got from that, I think that's where my love for the series kind of like you fucking with me now. You playing with me like this has the opportunity like that, bro. This is such a big world. There's so many different powers. This idea can be explored so much.
I thought they were going to
All
lead
this
that into a time
responsibility.
skip. He was going to do this whole vigilante thing, time skip. Deku's been a vigilante for like 4 years.
I would have
And now
loved
they're all
I
like
would've
young
loved
adults.
That would have been fucking.
That
That
would've
would have
been
been
fire.
great. Yeah.
Fire if you'd have been like, Deku was in these streets
For so long.
for 4 years, and now, but then it was like, and he was in the streets for a week.
Like do like a Red Hood thing. Like it would have
Like,
been
bro,
great.
That would have been sick.
Right? If he pulled a Red Hood, it
But
would have been great.
I feel like it just pulled back so quickly, and I was just like,
Horikoshi just wants to end the series. He doesn't want it to be a long
He's also
series.
dying, you
Is he?
know?
Oh,
With his health being so
yeah.
bad.
Damn.
These
They-
mangakas be dropping
Everybody
like flies.
dying.
It's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
but they're like working these bitches to the bone. Like
oh,
that's
yeah,
just
no,
crazy.
no. I mean, hopefully,
That's
Oda-
why the Black Clover author, he's doing it every 3 months now.
Every
We get a
3
new
months,
chapter.
yeah.
Good
He's
for
not even
him.
weekly anymore.
yeah,
You're gonna get it when you get it. Like,
Period.
Honestly, they just gotta go about that. Which is why, like, this hiatus for JJK is about to happen. I don't care
Wait.
how
Oh,
long
for the
it
anime.
takes. Yeah, for the anime. Excuse me.
No,
Yes.
no, not the
Yeah.
manga.
Anime. Yeah, not the manga. That's going. But I don't care how long. Like, we know, like, people are not gonna just forget about JJK the anime, right?
Yeah.
Like, they just want to keep seeing the story, and they just want the people that are making the story and drawing it to be healthy, you know, and like
Yeah.
have like a decent, like, livable working condition. You know, I don't know what the exact problem is. Of course, they're not like
Let
but-
them sleep.
Yeah, something or whatever. Let them
Sleep.
eat. Let them have time with their
Let them
families.
see their
let them-
family.
But you know,
I want them to take their time because truthfully, there's still a lot more that happens in the season that like I want them to bring their best.
Yeah.
right?
Like this
Nah,
Mahoraga and Sukuna.
You're only
fight,
gonna get 30% of my full power.
That's crazy.
Which
That's
is it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know, as a I don't know, maybe it's just the business side that we'll never understand. But
Yeah.
as a studio, why don't you want like the best animated thing like that the employees can put out?
Nah, man, they gotta reach a quota because
Again,
I know
like,
a little bit of stuff because they have to answer to like a board
Right.
of the boards of a collection of different people, whether it be the people that are publishing for the manga, the anime studio that decides to take it on. There's a whole thing which like corporate period, not even corporate America, corporate world is nobody cares about.
Look at Zom 100.
Yeah,
Zom 100 is a perfect.
But with
example
that
of that.
said, if you're gonna go about that now, you got your animators walking out or being like, "We're not drawing shit."
Yeah, I
because
mean,
you
because
guys
they
treat
saw
us
Zom
Time for the
100 and they
protest.
were
I'm
like,
saying.
I
I
think
need my
that
bucket
might
list.
be what needs to probably happen. I think there may need to be because now I think with the popularity of it, too much of it is getting pumped out, and I think too many people are probably having to work on multiple things. across
Yeah,
animators. And,
absolutely.
like, yeah, anime is booming more than it's ever been. I feel like as fans we're eating, but like I think the people who's working behind the scenes,
Yeah.
Struggle City.
this is not ideal for them, and it definitely doesn't help that even though some people don't care about pirating anime, people still pirate anime, and that's still, even if people don't want to admit it, that's an effect, bro. That affects the bottom line. If a business doesn't see enough money coming in for the streaming results of a certain series because there's a percentage of people that's like, I'm not paying for this shit, or because it's region gated, I'm not waiting, that affects how much people can get paid if a business doesn't bring in money.
But I feel like it's not enough. I feel like because they're doing so well on other aspects regardless that they're like being greedy with it, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're making so much money, and like the animators aren't even seeing like 10% of that.
It's a matter of the money having to be split between too many different people, though. It's not necessarily that all the money isn't going to that studio. It's going to like 4 different entities.
Yeah.
The studio being included into one of them. Maybe not 4, but it's 3. It's definitely not. You got the mangaka, you have the manga publisher, you have the anime studio that delegated it. You have the board. It's so intricate that like it trickled down so much that like every dollar does count. I feel like sometimes this is not me coming at you. It is a cop out. That's usually people's answer. It's like, no, what do you mean my pirating isn't? Yeah, bro. It does. Like you think that the same way that some people think in regards to voting aspects. You think your one vote don't count? Like, bro, you are not the only person that think the same way you think.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you multiply your way of thinking by billions of people on this planet, and maybe say 1 million of them think that way, 1 million times $5.99 for Crunchyroll or whatever. It's not $5.99. It's fucking
$7.99.
$7.99. Yeah, bro, that bitch gonna add up.
I know. I'm just saying, that trickle down method isn't working with them either. They need to be paid properly.
It's way easier said than done, I guess. I mean, I don't know a solution. I ain't got shit.
Yeah.
What do I know?
That's not
I talk about anime, manga, and all types of weird shit on the podcast.
Aside from JJK, you guys watch anything else though?
Summertime Rendering. I'm finally on at least the second episode. They finally got me, guys.
Best time travel series out there.
I agree.
They haven't watched Madoka Magica though, so we can't fully say that.
You know what?
Where is it streaming on?
I think it's on Netflix. The first time I watched it,
I'm gonna watch the first episode tonight.
That one, they have it as 2 movies, so you can just
Oh, it's just
is that how they did it?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
I can watch it as 2 movies?
Yeah, you can. That's what I did. One day I just sat there and I watched both movies
Dub or
back to back.
subbed?
Oh wow.
Both?
I watched.
We talk about Madoka
I think
Magica.
I watched. Yeah, Madoka
Oh,
Magica.
okay,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure. I think I watched it dubbed, which
Perfect.
normally I'm a either or kind of. But I think I was just watching it with my friend casually, and by the end I was just like, "What the hell is happening? What?" And so it was really good, very well done. I feel like you really like the character.
Oh no, I'm gonna watch it.
That's
Because
what
like I actually put the first episode on one time. I think I got like 2 or 3 minutes in, but I just got tired. It wasn't that I wasn't interested. I was just tired at the moment.
It's completely different than what you would expect.
Yeah,
I
Madoka
was,
Magic is one of those animes where I feel like you got the cute girl aspect, but then like
Yeah.
it just it turns like a 180 on
It
terms
goes
of,
crazy.
like, the darkness that just comes out of nowhere. So it's definitely one I feel like a lot of people are just like, I was not expecting it, but I was like, it's up there for a lot of people.
See,
in
he
terms
knows.
No, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
We're both gonna watch it.
We'll watch it.
Yeah,
Want to
yeah.
watch it together?
Like,
We live down the street from each other.
like he's gonna watch Sailor
I could
Moon.
just FaceTime you and then I could just
Yeah.
put my phone. And we'll just,
That's what I
I'll
do
sit
with
in
my
living
friends.
room, like, you know.
Well, you guys live right
Like
there.
down the
He lives
street.
3 blocks away, but don't give away our address.
have you guys seen Summertime Rendering?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah,
we
yeah.
love it.
They made me watch it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're 2 episodes in. What are you thinking so far?
It was very surprising because I'm thinking it's a slice of life, all cool, and I'm like, oh, why does he have a gun in the theme song? Who knows? Whatever. This seems so sweet. And then at the end, with no spoilers, it was just kind of like, pa pa, and I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is
It's
crazy.
gotcha. That's how they reel you in.
It's a true mystery because I couldn't really figure it out.
Yeah. I didn't know
And
where the heck the story was
I don't want to
going.
say anything more because you're actually watching it now. So
Yeah,
this is one
yeah.
of those things that's like, normally I would just be like, fucking just say it. But like, because you
No,
actually prove
You're
that
in
you're
it.
watching it.
I said I would.
It's good.
mad
It's a
other
good series.
you said
Yeah.
you would, but like,
A lot of the episodes, like a lot of like climactic things happen that you're like, oh shit, is this about to end? And then
It just
I am
things
happy I got to
change.
binge it because if I had to wait week to week,
Oh,
fuck
no.
it.
Yeah.
it would probably been a great experience. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I can't, like, I don't even know
what's happening.
But like, the way that this series builds it up, because the anime adapts the whole manga. The first 24 episodes. There is
really?
you ain't got to think about season 2. That's it.
Well, that's it.
24 episodes.
24 episodes,
However
and
many
that is it.
episodes, 24, you're done.
Wow.
That is it. You don't have to think about season 2 being made. It does the whole complete series.
Okay.
So if I had to wait week to week, I could see myself being like, I think I'm gonna just read this shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I can't. It reaches a certain point that it's just like a lot. Like,
Okay,
this
okay.
shit is crazy, bro.
All right, so I'll definitely finish that and let you guys know what I think.
Yeah.
I've also been playing Overwatch Season 2, just released a collab with Sserafim, the new K-pop band, which I just found out they are only a year old, like being
The
a
band?
group. Yeah.
I don't know.
We
who
said
that
only
is.
a year old. I was
Like being
These
together.
babies are singing
Which,
everything.
like, I wouldn't put past technology at this point
Yeah.
because,
With AI, you never know.
I mean, shit.
So when you say Overwatch is doing a collab with this K-pop band, right? What does that
Mhm.
entail? Like the music or just like the cosmetics?
Everything. So
Oh.
the first one, they did a music video, and in the music video they included the characters and everything. Like the characters are on
Okay.
their way to the concert.
Oh.
When you go into the loading screen, so they picked like 5 characters, and they made skins for each of them, and a bonus one once you actually play the game and you win certain levels. They did a whole game mode specifically for this. And Overwatch is new to like the collab game. Like they did a collab with One Punch Man before.
I remember
which-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool. Because there's one character that
Doomfist or
yeah,
whatever,
Doomfist. We always just called him One Punch Man because that's what he is. He literally punches you
Punch big
one
arm.
full.
Wait,
Big
there's a
hand.
character named Doofus?
Doomfist.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you said doofus.
Yo, bro, that's the
Doofus.
second thing. I'm like, the Euro thing and
No.
Euro JJK and now Doofus?
Sorry, I need to enunciate more. Okay, Doomfist. Yeah, so
you
he
gotta
was
look at the
basically One
camera,
Punch
too.
Man. Yeah. So now you know.
Got it.
I hate you. But yeah, so now in the Seraphim one, so they added a whole new game mode. They added, skins for the 5 characters that you had to buy with like certain things, sprays and like victory poses, which like I got it as a gift, so I'm happy about it because like my favorite is in there. So
Nice.
and I'm gonna cosplay. Like, me and a couple of my friends are going to cosplay those versions at Katsu, so...
Nice. That's in February, right, Katsu?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
got
they
some
were
time.
super cute. I'm going to be Sombra for anyone looking out at Katsu. So it's going to be...
Exciting.
Yeah,
All right,
so...
guys. So we are winding down to the final moments of this episode.
Time of the hour.
First of all, before we get into this challenge that we'll be doing, really want to thank you for being here.
No,
You
thank
didn't
you guys
have to
for
do
having
this.
me.
You are
I'm a big fan of you guys and like the stuff you put out.
Thanks,
in terms
man.
of
once
Appreciate
again can't blush. I'm black, but I am blushing inside. We really appreciate you.
No,
being
I
here.
appreciate
yeah.
it. Like we made it work. I was in town for Anime NYC, and thank you for reaching out. I had a whole week to be in New York, and we made this work
Yay.
here. So we're glad that we're all here, and it's nice to see. That's why another aspect of me going to cons is like I need to see that these people exist in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yes.
cool to like get the interactions on the phone and stuff like that, and engage like, oh, I really mess with this person
Yeah.
like online, but like actually seeing people in real life.
Come in
It's
and
a totally
hang
different
out.
experience, but it's always cool to be like, damn, this is exactly how it is online. Like
Yeah.
that energy or whatever like is what I expected. And like I said, thank you guys for having me.
Oh, nah, we
I love all the
appreciate you, man.
all the stuff you guys have been posting. Of course, when it comes to the podcast is
I
Aw.
mean,
great.
we got Broly C Pump over here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Easy pump.
The best moment.
Shout out Spencer.
Most iconic. I can't believe Danny has single-handedly changed somebody's name.
Broly
I'm
C. Pump.
influential. What can I say?
Danny, because
I went to college.
Danny influenced it without even knowing it.
I forgot to tell you guys, speaking of went to college, do you know who I found out went to our college? We went to Purchase College. Stella Chu.
Oh.
Stella Chu, the cosplayer.
She's an amazing
I
cosplayer.
actually saw her step on somebody at Comic-Con. She posted a video step on somebody's back.
So literally, my friend.
Comic-Con, Anime NYC, sorry.
Yeah, Anime NYC. Literally, a friend of mine's like, "Hey, why don't I want to go see my friend that's at a booth? Like, do you want to come with me?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go." You know, so we go and everything, and we're looking around. We find a booth. It's like, "Oh, she's right here." And I turn around, I'm like, "That's Stella Chu," and she's like, "Yeah, that's my friend." I was like, "What? You just know her?" And it's like, "Yeah, we went to college together." I was like, "Oh, that's great." So I don't know. Fun facts.
Yeah. All right, so before we start to end this podcast, we're gonna do a little trivia.
Okay.
I actually got this cop this from the Black Ramen podcast.
Woo-hoo.
Their anime trivia challenge, volume 1. So shout out to you guys. Obviously, you guys check this out. They had this on Amazon. It's like $8, $9. Got mad questions in here. Figure we'll just use your questions instead of coming up with our own questions.
Okay,
So,
why not?
Be lazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. Danny's very not lazy. He busts his ass to come up with these questions, but maybe you should make us a book one day.
Yeah,
Ooh, there
I'll
we
make it a
go.
fun.
It works. Y'all got
All right,
a shop
so-
already, right? So
There we go.
Yeah, check out the shop. You know, we also are selling Kimmy's feet pics on there for $20. So if you want to check out the shop, go there and check it out, guys. It's totally real. It's next to the hats. So when you go to the hats
drop
category,
that menu.
you will find the dick stompers right next to
There
it.
you go.
The dick stompers or the cock stompers? I don't know.
Dick
Dick
stompers.
stompers from what my friend said. All right, what do we got in the questions?
We're going to go through Black Ramen's Anime Trivia Challenge. We are going to do 6 questions. There's
Okay.
3 of you guys. Actually, let's do 7. Actually,
Okay,
7.
okay.
Tiebreaker.
It should probably be odd.
I'm ready.
Just in case each of you get 2 each.
Okay.
These questions are multiple choice.
Okay,
Right? So,
but we have to wait till it's all said.
yes, please wait till it's all said.
Okay.
You guys want to be a referee for me? You got to raise your hand when you got the answer. Just don't
Okay.
blurt it out.
Okay.
Somebody check who the first person is, and then let me.
We have a guest audience today, guys.
There's an audience, guys,
Okay.
in the background. They've been very, very silent. Besides that one time you heard a vacuum drop. But
We ready? All right, what do we got?
all right, question 1. In what order? Damn, Danny, I'm sorry. It's multiple choice, but
I'm ready.
in what order did Sailor Moon meet her fellow Sailor Scouts?
Ooh.
A. Sailor Mars, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter. B. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. C. Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Venus. D. Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter. Kimmy.
It was C.
B, right?
You gonna say it with your whole chest and you haven't even watched the damn show?
You gonna say what
The audacity of this man.
It was
Take it
either
to
The
you.
answer is C.
Yes.
The answer is C.
I was close, though.
So Kimmy has 1 point.
Listen,
So,
thank you.
all right. Question 2. Which among the following does not have psychic abilities?
Mm.
A. Kageyama Shigeo from Mob Psycho. Anya Forger from Spy Family. Sybil System from Psycho Pass. Or Kuso Saki from Psyche Cat. Woo! Oh! Yo, honestly.
Yeah, somebody hit something over
Yo,
there.
I saw his whole. He did the.
Oh, the lip bite? Yeah.
Okay.
I almost feel bad for you, bro. I feel like you won. You won.
No, I'm good. I'm
Is
good.
it- is
Who
it-
was first? Who was first?
Is it C? I'm guessing.
The answer is C.
Oh,
Yo,
He hurt himself for
Yo,
nothing.
he hurt his whole knuckle, bro.
Damn. Okay, so I was right.
All right.
She 2 up. She 2-0 us right now.
Question 3. Who has the most swords? A. Zoro/Zolo from One Piece. B. Killer Bee from Naruto. C. Kirito from Sword Art Online. Or D. Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail.
I'm going to say Urza.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
Urza. Look at that.
Ooh.
2-1. Y'all are killing Mike.
I just don't got my old man reactions, apparently. I just can't
You
get
think-
the
I
hand.
think because he's actively listening. He's like, I want to hear all the.
Yeah.
They're over here like, I already know the fucking answer.
Yeah.
I'm taking wild guesses out here.
All right, so the score is what? 1, 2,
0, 2, 1.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. Which of the following is not a music-themed anime? A. Your Line April. B. March Comes In Like a Lion. C. Given. Or D. Your Boy Kong Ming. Yo, you gotta back up.
Yeah, I'm back.
You-
I'll back it up.
You gotta back up.
All right, Mike got it.
That would be Martian comes in like a lion.
There we
Trucks
go.
B.
Is that
Look
D?
at It's B.
No, it's B.
Oh, it's B?
I was gonna say
Comes in
D.
like a lion.
If I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken, that's a shogi anime. Whatever. It's a tactical chess-like game or something like that. Right?
I've
Or is
heard
it
of
chess?
the anime
Yeah.
before, but I've never
heard of
watched
it.
it.
Never
So,
heard of it.
I haven't watched it either. I just
So
know.
1-2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
But
right.
I've seen Given. That's great.
Yeah, great show.
All right.
Thank you. High five.
High five.
No
Bam.
one ever watches it.
I'm so sorry.
It's a good one.
No, I mean, is it
Oh.
Oh,
like,
the question.
Coño, it's gonna be on One Piece.
Yeah, it's One Piece.
question number 5. In episode 1 of the anime El Piece de Juan.
Sit that wall.
El Piece de
Juan.
Juan.
Good pronunciation.
Juan Piece.
One Piece.
In episode 1 of the One Piece anime, which is the first Captain Luffy encounters? A. Iron Mace Alvida. B. Buggy the Star Clown. C. Goldie Roger. Or D. Red-haired Shanks.
Is it
I
A?
didn't even try.
Is it A?
You didn't let the judges choose.
I heard
No,
him.
they said Kimmy.
I thought it was Dan.
Ooh, rock paper scissors right now.
I mean,
Alright. Wait, rock,
Wait,
paper,
best
scissors,
2 out of 3
shoot.
or 1?
You do
No,
says?
Yeah.
No one
shoot.
says
I'll play rock.
Everybody I know says it like
People
that.
from
Rock,
New York
paper,
do
scissors
says
says
shoot.
shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors says shoot.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Only
See?
people-
It's rock, paper, scissors. Who played? Oh,
It's a New
whoa,
York
whoa.
plays
thing.
not
It's a
like
New
it.
York thing.
Oh, you where you from?
What are you saying?
Everybody else from the East Coast goes rock, paper, scissors, shoe. They
That's
don't go
too
too
fast.
No.
Bro,
That's too fast.
You don't go ready, set, says, go.
Where's the mind
No.
games? What do you do?
Yeah.
As I said, shoot.
They say shoot. Okay, we're doing
Well, he's
it.
also from New York.
All right, here we
Where
go.
are you from?
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. There, got it.
You don't do 2 out of 3?
No.
We don't got time.
Do we want to do 2 out of 3?
You should do 2 out of 3.
All right, fine.
Alright.
That's one. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. There we
Yo,
go.
she did way after though, but whatever. I mean,
My brain don't work that
She
fast.
screamed it already. So who'd you say?
I said A.
It's not. If the fact that she got a One Piece question right is kind of fucking weird.
Because of the live action. Here we go.
Technically, she already won, but I do want to finish out the last 2 questions.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
3-1-1. All right. So, question number 6. What is the English translation of Jujutsu Kaisen? A. Demon Slayer. B. Sorcery Fight. C. Battle Brawler. Or D. Mystikataku.
Yeah, that was Danny.
B. Sorcery fight.
Sorcery fight.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's actually Demon Slayer.
I should have known.
There we go.
Awkward. It is
Imagine.
Sorcery Fight. All right. Final question. Upon entering the military, soldiers in Attack on Titan make the sacred pledge, Shinzo Wasagyo. What are they dedicating to the cause? A. Souls. B. Bodies. C. Lives. Or D. Hearts. I mean, I saw my
It'd be their hearts, which is D, right? Shinzo Sasageo? Their
D.
hearts.
Their hearts.
Yeah.
Shinzo
There we go.
Sasageo. There
I
we
tried.
go.
I had to make it at least
So-
competitive. I needed one more.
You
just
needed
to,
one
like,
more.
Yay.
So
Kimmy won it.
looks like Kimmy came out on top.
Yay.
She even won rock, paper, scissors, so she really whooped your ass.
Yeah.
It's
she-
alright.
It's
It
alright.
makes up for me in losing the last couple.
I was injured, so.
Oh. That would've been
Torn
pretty good.
ACL? You got yourself out the season, bro.
I'm gonna need to ice my hand. I hit it
word.
twice.
Yeah, I mean,
Twice.
this is,
That's
this,
crazy.
this is a good book. Make sure you guys check this out. I mean, the fact that the questions came up, I just had to go to the back and find the answer.
There
so.
we go.
Very super easy, barely an inconvenience. Check it out. Black Ramen Podcast. You know what that's from, right?
Yeah. It's the guy, Screen
The
Rant.
the Screen Rant guy.
Yeah,
the pitch
yeah,
me
yeah.
and shit. Ah,
I
see,
love it.
Nobody be knowing when I
No,
say
I
that
love
shit.
it.
But once again, thank you again.
Oh,
for
thank you
coming
guys
through.
for having me.
Thank you,
I really
man.
appreciate it.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the Moon Piece Podcast YouTube channel. Check us out on Apple and
Pew, pew,
Spotify
pew.
Podcasts. Make sure you check out Mike on all socials. Kumar Sutra on TikTok and Instagram, right?
Yep, everywhere.
Right.
Thank
You'll
you.
see his
Appreciate
stuff.
He's
Yes.
like at like 20K followers now.
that. I mean,
You got
Spider-Man
50?
has been putting in the work. So.
So congrats again on that. So
Thank you.
we out here.
Thank you for having me again, guys. Super fun.
Shout out to Mike. So
We're about to go get drunk.
yeah, later y'all. Enjoy your life.
Bye.